Hi, welcome to Hailey Knits a Bit. This is going to be like a knitting acquisition, knit and chat sort of. I'm trying to be more consistent on uploading, and I feel like if I continuously to upload videos that I'm more likely to keep posting them, because if I put too much space, I kind of like fall out of like habit or momentum. And it doesn't always have to be a knitting podcast. So we'll just kind of see what happens. I am in a different sort of setup. We're still in the living room, kitchen area, because it's like the main and then like the bedroom's off to the side. But I opened the door. It's a very nice and sunny out today, so I thought it would be nice to have the natural light, and this is the best like view toward it without having my face directly into the door. I have you taped on a wall. I originally had you set up on the trim, and that worked until it fell on my toe, and I was about to have that. So I just taped you to the wall, and it's fine because it works. Yeah, so as the name suggests, my name is Hailey, and I live in Tennessee with my fiance, my 2 dogs, and my cat. And yeah, so we, I don't know, just a little overview. If you just ignore the mess, it's really not messy per se. You can't really tell anything. I do have to put up the crock pot because I made ribs last night, so I need to put that up, but it's empty. It's clean. It just needs to be put up. And then our cast iron skillets, because we love to cook out of cast iron. We really rarely use a regular pan. Actually, we don't use any regular pans. We use pots, like regular pots, or skillets, I guess you could say. We don't use regular skillets, but we have a sheet pan that we use, and then the cast iron, and then a pot if we're like cooking noodles or something. But outside of that, we cook with those, so we have those hanging up. We think those look nice. And then our spices and stuff, and then the bag that you see is green beans that were brought over from the garden yesterday, and then the Nespresso hangs out on the counter too. But yes, so welcome back, and I guess we'll just like hop in for the acquisitions really. So me and my sister, it wasn't even planned to have anything, because I guess I'll just tell you about this acquisition because I'll forget about it more than likely. Well, I won't actually forget, but more than likely I'll forget to mention it when I film my next podcast. And I do have more acquisitions to show you on the next podcast anyways, because I have a package coming on Monday and Tuesday. So, or Tuesday and Wednesday, something like one of those, like 2 consecutive days early in the week. But yeah, so me and my sister went to Costco yesterday. Well, we went to Nashville, west side of Nashville, and kind of made a day of it. You know, we're gonna go to Costco and maybe like the bookstore and just kind of like look around a little bit. Well, we went to Costco, and then we had lunch, and I was like, you know what, I really want to go to the yarn store, because I can't really help myself. If I am convenient to a yarn store, I want to go. We went, so like in Middle Tennessee, there's 3 yarn stores that I'm aware of. There's Ewan Company, EWE. I'm terrible with pronunciation. So EWE, which is in Kingston Springs, and it's like a pretty small shop with all kinds of yarns like just close together. I mean, everything has a space, so it's not like you're looking at random yarns like everywhere, but you know, they have shelves and they have baskets on the floor with yarn in them and whatnot, and it's like feels like you're walking into somebody's yarn stash or something, like where they keep all their yarn. I don't know, it's a cute little place. The lady's really nice. We've been there 3 or 4 times so far, and it's really nice. Or maybe 2 or 3, I don't even know at this point how many times we've been there. But that's the most visited yarn store I've been to. And then there's Bliss Yarns, but that's like in Nashville. So you have to go through like terrible traffic to get there. Not terrible, but it's just not fun traffic. Like, it's not fun to drive there. But it's a really nice store. It's well laid out and everything. It's very nice. And then there's House of Yarn, which is on like the west, like pretty much, it's really close to getting into like Nashville. And you're probably like, this doesn't even make any sense if you're not actually from like Nashville area, Tennessee. I don't know. It probably doesn't even make sense if you're from here either. But in my head, that's kind of how it works. It's like before you get into basically really close to downtown. Or like the outskirts of downtown. But anyway, so Haus of Yarn is like one of the biggest. I think it's bigger than Bliss Yarns. But they have like a really nice variety of stuff. And I've only been there once before, so I wanted to go again. And my sister took me, so she was driving, and it's easier to go when she's the one that's driving. So she drove me there, and I wasn't even planning, like, I really wasn't even planning to go there in the first place, but it just kind of worked out that we did. So we'll hop into the acquisitions first, and then we'll do like kind of chatty stuff after. Which I don't know how much chatting we'll do per se, because I might just knit on my sleeve until I get to the next decrease, but then I need to read how to do it because it's the first time I've done it. All right, so she bought herself. I just went in there for her because we had my nephew with us, and he was taking a nap, so she didn't want to go inside to wake him up from his nap. So she's like, just grab me like in this color scheme and the same yarn that you're getting so we can make this tee together. So I was like, okay, whatever. But also found other stuff. So if I don't drop it everywhere, the first thing I guess I'll show you is this is Sweet Tea Yarns by Molly Klein Design. And you can follow her on Etsy. And this is Forever Floral, and this is her sock set. 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon, 120 grams, 550 yards is the total. And I thought it was really gorgeous. I love the little bit of blue and this orange, not orange, but red. Well, there's a little bit of orange in there, and maroon and colors and stuff, and I thought it was really pretty. And I like how the green, while the green's not in there, there's specks of blue in it that go with the bang skein. So I thought that would look great, but it like was set, so it came with this and a project bag and a progress keeper. But the progress keeper was like a little person wearing bunny ears or something. I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of it, so I just gave it to my sister and she'll use it. But it came also with the bag. Pretty cute. I love the florals. And there's her tag on it. Don't know if I'll show you, but yeah, her tag. And then yeah, it's just a cute little bag with a little strap on the side, and the inside is it's plain. It's just like this mint green fiber. And then that shows you, I've already have what yarn I got for me and my sister. Oopsies. So I got it in thoughts of making the Tolsta Tee, and I've been wanting to go. So like we went to Ewan Company not a while back, but like a week or two or three ago, like not too long ago at all. But she doesn't carry Sandness Garn yarn, and I've been wanting to try that yarn. So I knew like it would be ideal actually if a local place carried Knitting for Olive, but they don't. Sandness Garn, it will suffice for local, and then I'll just order it online, the Knitting for Olive. But yes, Haus of Yarn carries Sandness Garn, so went there. And this is pearl gray, and I got 5 skeins to make the Tolsta Tee. And I almost got a contrasting skein to do stripes, like the little thin stripes, but I decided against it because I dropped my phone the other day, and I don't know how it happened, but I have like not the newest iPhone, but I think the iPhone before that or something, I don't know. It's not a very old iPhone, but so they have like the eSIMs. It says I don't have a SIM card, and I haven't been by the phone place to even get it updated. So anyways, I didn't have service to be able to look up to see, how much yarn a it would need if you were wanting to do a stripe. And then I was really undecided on what would look good with this color, because this wasn't like a super color I was drawn to. I hope it looks okay on me. I don't know, but I thought it was pretty good in the scheme of things. So I wasn't sure what to pair with. So I just started against it. I'm sure it probably only uses like one skein. Like you could do 4 of the main and then one of the contrasting, and you would do fine. But yeah, so, and then I got her like, I should have looked at the color name before I gave it to her, but it was like this, like a blue color, like a cornflower blue almost. So yeah, Tolsta Tee ready. I don't know when I'll start that, but maybe sometime soon, because I don't have to wind up a skein. I can literally just work from the skein itself and not have to wind it up. I don't know though. Have not decided, because I might need to work on my camisole number 5 before I start working on a new t-shirt, but who knows. And then also I got the evening butterflies stitch stoppers from Haus. And yeah, that's their logo. So pretty cute. Can't help myself. I wanted to get some notions. That's primarily why I went in there. Getting the yarn for the Tolsta Tee was like a last second decision. I was like, well, if we're going here, I know Haus and Company doesn't have Sandness garn, so I'm just gonna get something I can't get from there because it's more convenient. Yeah, so that is my recent acquisitions I wasn't planning to get, but these will definitely make a cute pair of socks. And the Tolsta Tee will be really nice as well too. So what can we talk about? Well, I guess I'll give you a quick update on my season sweater by Ozetta. I am like a bit over 7 inches from the armhole to the bottom, so I'm making it my way there. But I have 2 skeins of, so I this week, it's just been a busy week. I canned 6 jars of salsa and 5 or 6 jars of tomato juice, and that's like, you know, that's a process to make homemade salsa and can it, and even to do the tomato juice, that's a process as well too, because we don't have the handy like grinder thing that people use when they're canning salsa, so I use a hand flour sifter for it. And yeah, it takes more time than it probably should for me to do that, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. I don't want to invest in a big tool when I already have a flour sifter that I can easily use, and it'd be helpful for me to make salsa, because, you know, making salsa and stuff is just a 2 time a year thing, I guess, because, well, usually we just have a late garden, but this year, since we're doing it with our neighbors, we have an early and we'll have a late harvest as well too, so I'm sure I'll be making more salsa by the end of the year. And then later last week too, I made 2 jars of jalapenos, because I love jalapenos. So good, literally so easy. I don't add garlic or anything that it calls for. I just straight up just do the solution, you know, like the water and the vinegar, and does it call for anything else? I think it's just water and vinegar, and then the sliced up jalapenos, and I made a big one, and I made a pint and a quart, I guess is the quart the big one, the pint is the little one. Yeah, I made 2 of those. So been busy with the cannon and the flowers. They've been doing well. Yeah, I'd move out of the way if I knew you could see. Yeah, you probably could see the flowers. I've got a jar of zinnias over there, and I need to cut some of the sunflowers that we have going on outside. It looks like they're ready, so maybe they'll bloom some more. I need to go ahead and cut those. But yeah, just been busy doing that this week. It's been taking up a lot of my time, so trying to get everything together. But because, you know, you only have all of that in a certain time, but also while I was waiting for the tomato juice to to can, because it takes like 35 minutes in the water bath or something like that, like a pretty decent amount of time. So I wound up my extra skeins, like going back to the point of the story here. I wanted to go ahead and wind up the rest of my yarn I have for my season sweater, which is Explorer Knits and Fibers, I do believe. I hope. Because I always swap it up. Fibers and knits, knits and fibers. But anyway, so I guess I haven't shown you the cute little strawberry stitch marker from Charmed and Dangerous. Yeah, so, okay. Going back to what I was saying about the sweater, I wanted to go ahead and, so I'm off screen trying to find my tea, because talking to the camera nonstop is literally so parching. And I'm sure drinking tea instead of water probably really doesn't help that much, but it is what it is. Yeah, but so anyways, I had time, so I wanted to go ahead and wind this up while I was in the mood, because I'm not always in the mood to get out my ball winder and Swift and get started with winding up my skein. So I got it out, and I only have 2 skeins of the worsted and 2 of the Surrey, and it's in the color Innismore. And yeah, so I went ahead and wound those up, and I wanted to go ahead and at least knit the sleeves, so because I don't know exactly how much yarn it'll take me for the ribbing, but I feel like I'll be better suited if I go ahead and knit the sleeves, and then I can gauge how long to make, like if I can make the body the full 10 inches before I start the ribbing, or if I have to kind of shorten it just a bit. But I think it's going to be a decently like length sweater, because at this moment it is only like half an inch from my belly button, so that's really not too bad, but I just don't want to run out, so thought I'd be safe, and I wanted to like make some really good progress, because I mean I've been working on my sweater quite a bit, so I've made good progress, like at least, you know, a few inches on it since the last time we talked. I just wanted to continue on with that. And sleeves always go way faster than the body, because you're working with a lot less stitches, but with knitting it in that half fisherman's rib, it's going to of course feel a bit longer, because you are pretty much, to be able to get a row, you're knitting it twice, so that's fine. But yeah, so that's it. We haven't really been watching anything on TV. We do enjoy to watch sports and stuff, but there's really not any sports on that we like to watch. Like, we enjoy watching football, and then basketball during the playoffs. We enjoy doing that too, but it's just hasn't been it. So motocross has been on, outdoor one, so we watch that every Saturday when it's on, or we watch the replays later on Peacock. But yeah, haven't been watching any shows, really haven't been watching too much TV in general anyways. We've been busy trying to, I don't know, trying to just get stuff done, like we've been trying to paint, and we've been working late, doing stuff outside, working on the fence and stuff. I don't know, it's just been a whole lot of everything working on in the evenings that we don't have time for TV right now. Usually we'll watch way more TV when it's like, you know, winter. While we're eating and stuff, we'll turn on like a movie that's on cable, but other than that, not too much. But I don't know, I'm almost to where I need to stop, but I'm going to continue on with this for now. If I don't mess up on it, that'd be cool. And then I'm not good at, if it's not regular stockinette, even then, I'm not like too hot at knitting while not looking. I just can't do it yet. And also, I've been watching a lot of podcasts lately. And I like what I was watching, because Needles at the Ready, they posted their podcast, I believe yesterday, their newest one. And I was watching that earlier today. And Bray said something about how he's a new knitter. And Kevin said, you are not a new knitter anymore. You can't be calling yourself that. It just made me laugh because it's like, how do you determine when you are still considered to be a new knitter, or I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Like, how do you determine that point where you're like just a knitter, or you consider yourself a new knitter? I mean, I guess it's when your abilities get to a certain point where you're more confident in what you're knitting, or you have a better idea. I don't really know, but I thought that was an interesting point. Yeah, I'm just working on the sweater, and I don't feel too hot today, but I still wanted to come on here and talk for a few at least before I sit back and relax again, because I don't know, I just don't want to fall out of the habit of it. And I feel like even if I'm not feeling the greatest, knitting is still something I enjoy. It really doesn't take like an overly amount of energy, so I don't know. But wish me luck. I bought an online thyroid test because I didn't want to go to the health department, just not my thing. And I was gonna go to like one of those fast-paced places, like the walk-in clinic things, because my friend said they do draw blood there, and they said it wasn't a guarantee that they would. So I didn't want to waste $100 on a visit when I could buy a test for pretty much the same rate. But I don't do well with needles at all. It makes me woozy to even think about it. Like, while I have tattoos, I didn't look at the tattoos, and I really had. It's not like I was being punctured by the tattoo. While I was being poked multiple times with the tattoo, it's different than being punctured by it. I don't know, but it makes me woozy to think about it. It's only a lancet that you do on your finger, so it's not like a huge deal. But I won't be able to do it myself. I'll have to have my fiance do it, Daryl. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll wrap it up now because I'm almost to the point, and I really don't want to feel like trying to work on it and not talk to you, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you like and comment and subscribe, of course. And thanks for just supporting me. And yeah, I watched Pearls by Jade, Jade Pearls, I don't know, something like that. She lives in New Zealand. I just watched her podcast, and she has like beautiful hair. Watched her newest podcast, and she was really invigorating to watch. She hasn't podcasted in a while. And then Whiskey and Wool, or Wool and Whiskey, I just watched her podcast as well too, and she's really neat. I've never actually watched her podcast, I don't think, but she seems like a really nice lady. I really enjoyed that. And I don't know, there's just been different podcasts that I've been trying to watch lately, and you know, if I'm going to try to make a podcast, I should support other people. While those people have like way more subscribers and followers and likes and comments and stuff, you can still watch their stuff anyways and support and throw out support and whatnot. But yeah, no, I'm just rambling at this point. But it's been fun to podcast and kind of talk to somebody about my knitting stuff. While my sister likes to knit, she's not really huge into it. She's more into her big thing is she really enjoys to crochet blankets while she does do knit projects. Like, she's also working on the season sweater with me, making blankets and stuff. That's her crochet. It's her go-to. So I don't know, just a different way to do it, and then to have like an outlet, I guess you could say. Also, very side note, I know I don't even know why I'm really mentioning it, but I want to pick up English paper piecing. I picked it up for like a few minutes there a little while ago, and I want to re-pick it back up again and give it a real go. I think it would be really nice to have something different, like cross stitch. I enjoy that sometimes, but I need like a small project to be able to do to get finished so I can hang it up on my wall at work. Just try and make my workspace look nicer, because we have our own, you know, areas. And then I share a small office with somebody, so I don't know, it'd be nice to have like a decorated area for myself. But yeah, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye.